Howdy, I'm playing Long Dark on Interloper, and I'm just going to show just how hard it is to survive a day. I have gotten the achievement to survive a day. I think my longest run so far is 3 days, but I just wanted to show how devastating it is. Now, full disclosure, this is pre-recorded. I should have mentioned that at the beginning. So I'm kind of commentating on the as I'm watching it. Alright, so here's the spawn. It is in the middle, just before dawn. So it's really, really dark. I'm going to apply a filter here so you can see in a second. We spawned in Ash Canyon. You always spawn in the farther regions of the map. So here's a filter so you can see. I'm just gathering some mushrooms. You can cook these up to make a tea. The benefit of the mushrooms, I forgot what it was. Doesn't really matter. Same thing with these berries, or whatever they are. You want the tea to get the warming effect. And also gives you like about 100 calories. So it's worth picking them up. But the hard part here is just trying to find locations where loot may spawn. So backpacks, bodies, caves, any kind of container. Because you're trying to find matches or anything to start a fire. And that's really the hard part. This is probably the worst spawn I've ever had. I can't see anything. It kind of shows up on the video because I have the filter on. But this is almost pitch black for me. I can just make out outlines. So this bridge, I know that I'm pretty close to the exit for this region, but that doesn't really matter. What matters is trying to find fire, any kind of fire starting tools or mechanics. And I think there was a backpack or a body up there, but I couldn't see it. It's too dark. Or maybe I did see it. I'm trying to figure out how to get over there. But already I am 0 warmth, frostbite affliction, or risk already in effect. It's only been a few seconds, maybe a minute, a couple minutes. I'm trying to get up there to see what that thing is. It's just a rock. Alright. Well, still looking for like a cave. I think this was a slope and I just fall. And I keep falling, I break my ankles. I just can't see. I can't see. I know that there's a little path leading out of this area, but I can't see anything. So get used to this if you're trying to do the Interloper, because you'll get a shitty spawn like this. So pretty soon I think I'm just gonna end the run, give up here, because I can't see anything. Down there, those are the bald trees, and I just fall because I can't see. There's with the filter off. So this is what I'm seeing. It's just black. I can see the snow, but that's it. So I'm gonna do I'm just gonna quit and start another one. He is at home with his solitude as the note reverberating inside a bell. Alright. This is a better spawn. I think this is the same area. Yeah, Ash Canyon. I think this is the exact same spawn. There's a rope climb. So I know there's some trees or some berries over here and some sticks, so I'm gonna pick those up. And I think I take the bridge. Oddly, you're sheltered from the wind up here. That's weird. Risk the run. So this time I'm not falling off. Find a backpack. There's some food. That's nice. The crackers will dehydrate you, but it gave you a can of peaches. That'll give you some hydration back. So that's pretty good. Doesn't matter though. What I want is fire. Oh, and there's a cave. I knew there was a cave over here. Just couldn't see it. So I'm frantically picking up sticks. The chances of finding some matches in here is pretty high compared to like a backpack or a container. It's also berry bushes just outside. That's nice. Make some tea. Get that warm buff and a few calories. Unfortunately, this cave is empty. There's some fuel. Some cedar. But nothing else. Not gonna waste time though. I'm already no warmth. So I'm just losing condition here. I didn't see this in the dark either. There's a climb. I'm gonna take that. This should lead me out. Don't ever try to pick these berries, because that'll happen. I try to cancel. Doesn't work. So back up we go. There is a way to loot them. You just have to get the right angle. Get the right distance, get the right angle. I'm trying to fiddle with this, but I don't have the time. And I know there's a clearing over here with a chance to spawn a body or a backpack. So I'm just looking around for that. It's very hard to map the areas, especially these areas that just keep on looking the same. It ends up being, for me, it ends up being longer or farther from where I think something is. And there's nothing over here. You are sheltered from the wind, but there's no point. Already have hypothermia. So it's best just to move as fast as you can. Your condition won't lower, your condition loss won't lower if you do find a warmer spot. Once you've lost all your warmth, condition just continually falls. There's a container. Get some more food. I'm gonna pick this old man's beard. There's really no point, but it makes me feel better. Cattails are good. This is calories from the stalks, and then the cattail itself is tinder, so I don't have to break down my sticks. And this is pretty much your lifeline on Interloper. Finding cattails for the food and the tinder. Hydration is down to 50 and my condition is below 80 or just about 80%. So it's fire time. Need to find fire. So I thought this was a regular cave, but it's actually the way out. And I can't traverse this. It's so dark. You need a torch or a flare or some kind of light source. I don't have any. You'll end up falling off a ledge or just getting lost. It is warm though, so this would be a nice spot to, since I don't have fire, just to eat my food. Regain my hydration and calories, but I choose to go outside. I'm going to fast forward, find a backpack, which is great. is just on the left-hand side of that turn. I keep going down the path. I find another backpack and a soda. That's great. It's still nothing in terms of fire. So condition is now danger levels here. I find a fire, but no fire starting tools. So this is it. This is over. And I decide to I'm dead anyway, so I'm just gonna take some risky jumps, and maybe, who knows, maybe there's something here, like a little hidden stash. That's deadfall. So that could have been a good run, but I didn't find fire. I would have traded all that food for fire, because there were plenty of cattails around, and I could have gone out, leave the ash region. So I believe here we're in Timberwolf, so this is where I would have ended up if I left Ash Canyon. I'm a bit more familiar with Timberwolf, so I think in the distance I see over there, just above that rock, down there in that clearing, that's the engine. So I kind of know where I am, but I don't know where this spot is. When you spawn, you can spawn anywhere. It could be at the very top of some stupid ledge that's very hard to get to. But the game will never put you in a spot where you can't normally traverse to. I see the cairn there. I'm just gonna click it. So at least I know that this is a spot you can get to for sure, and I don't have to do any crazy jumps to get down. So I'm just trying to find the ledge down. It's a little tricky, like to get up there just for that cairn, you'd have to go through this, possibly break your ankles. But at least I know where I'm going. Past the engine, there should be more plane debris, so I'm looking for that. Find some rabbits. That's very good. Their food, you don't need tools to harvest their flesh. I think I'm just looking for some rocks here. Get some sticks. So that's to go deeper into the mountain, and I don't want to go there. I want to go back towards the engine. Usually if there's rabbits around, there's going to be some rocks. The game's not that cruel. There's also some berries. I can pick those, but I think I'm just going to go for the rabbit. Here we go. Aim with your thumb. Almost. Almost. Yeah, I think I give up. I could be chasing those for a while, so I'd rather just try to find fire first, and then worry about food and water. Fast forward down, just follow that. It's a pretty straightforward path. And I find more plane debris. And it's super cool that there's a container here. Unfortunately, you need a hacksaw to get through that. I have found hacksaws on Interloper, but not this far up. This bark, very good to pick that. You can make some tea with it. I was just checking the time to see how long it would take to harvest that. So I know that from this point you have to cross over the ledge. There's a wolf over there, Luckily, that's not where we're going. We're going to the right. Basically, where the big wing is and then the smaller wing, that kind of makes a line, and that's your way out. So I'm just going to pick what I can for sticks, because we're getting pretty close to the end. So fast forward, I'm over the ledge, just following down the path. And we're getting to that 80% condition mark. So we need to find fire pretty quick. Otherwise it's another failed run. But I know down here is the river or the lake. This is kind of the starting point to go up the mountain. The house has a pretty high chance of having matches. So at this point I'm just running. But there's also the fishing hut. And some cattails. So while I still have a bit of light, I'm going to pick everything I can outside and then head into the house. And that's a bear down there. So going after those cattails, it's going to be risky. I don't think I risk it. Just going to loot the hut and get whatever cattails I can without getting the bear on me. Find a lantern too. That's pretty big. I think I decided to go to these cattails. I can't tell if the bear is turned away from me or if it's walking towards me. I'm just going to risk it. I need the tinder so I don't have to break down my sticks, and I need the food. Just check my condition real quick. I can afford being out here. I see some rabbits. I'm going to go for these. Got it. Poor little critter. And I go for the other one, because that's going to be at least 2 kilos worth of food. Aim with your thumb. Got that guy. Alright, so now I think I'm gonna... I think there's still some more cattails here, and then I'm just gonna go inside. It's starting to get really dark. It doesn't matter that it's getting colder. I'm already at hypothermia, so really it's about the daylight. Sun's going down. I won't be able to see pretty soon, and that's a wolf. Wolf locked onto me, but I think it broke. I think I broke the pathing, so it didn't fully aggro. The music stopped, but it didn't start the wolf sound, the wolf music. So I'm safe. And I think this is enough. I'm losing light. I'm gonna search as much as I can here. Find a hammer. That's big. I'll be able to break down some of this furniture. Sewing kit. So at this point, finding the sewing kit is actually pretty... I see a soda. Yeah, give me that soda. Finding a sewing kit is actually pretty big, because your clothes are very important. You're not going to find very much clothing. So now that I have a means to kind of keep warm, I can use it to repair the clothing and get as much heat out of them. And find the matches, which is great. Another piece of clothing. Got really lucky here. Fast forward a bit. Gonna drink my soda. I should put these clothes on, but I'm still trying to think of how to efficiently use time and I hear a bear. You're safe in the building, though. I think even if you have the door open, the bear won't come inside. Same thing for wolves. Alright. Finally get to starting a fire. Each piece of fuel has a percentage to start. The books have the highest percentage that I have in my inventory, but I don't really want to use the book. And I failed it. Failed the fire. It's going to happen a lot. Here I'm praying because I only have so many matches. Once you do get a fire starting, though, you should grab a torch and then use the torch to start fires. I'm going to cook this tomato soup. That's how you get the warming buff and also get some calories and hydration. There's only one cooking spot, though, so wait for that. There's 9 minutes for that to heat up, so I'm just going to break down this newspaper. It takes 10 minutes. Get the buff. That's nice. Cook some water. And trying to figure out how to pass the time efficiently. I decided to make some of this prep this birch bark to make more tea and to help restore condition. It's pretty big at this point. You're not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to rest very much. So I decided to eat, help pass the time, and get some calories because I'm going to start basically micro napping. Finally put my clothes on. Gonna add some fire. It's more important to use your sticks because those are readily available, and kind of use the big stuff for when you know you're gonna be by the fire for a while. So here, take the torch, put it out. So the next time I want to start a fire, I light the torch, and then I can use the torch to start fires instead of using a match every time. So I'm looking at the weather. It's looking nice. I can fall asleep and wake up not freezing. So I just take the charcoal for luck. At this point, I'm still looking at the weather. I can't go out right now. It's just way too cold. But it's warm enough that I can do small tasks like harvesting this meat. I am losing some more warmth, but it's not crazy. And I don't think I go for the second one. Yeah, because it's just a bit too cold. I think the better play is to just take another nap, see how the weather turns out. Drink my last soda, get the hydration up. I'm checking the weather. It's -4, but the bed will give me +5, so I won't freeze if I take a nap. So right now I'm just trying to kill time until daylight. It's now -6. I can't. I'll freeze if I take a nap, so I have to start a fire. So I'm gonna light my torch. I waste, or I use one match. But with the torch lit, if this campfire fails, I can retry with the torch and not spend many more matches. Alright, so I'm going to cook that rabbit meat. I'm just looking at my timers, see how much time I have, and then try to do something in the inventory instead of just passing the time. Oh, I decided to cook my birch bark to help me restore condition, because I'm not going to be able to sleep to restore condition. It only takes a few minutes to heat that up. Now I'm going to cook the meat. And this is just a morsel, so it's only going to take 3 minutes. Use more sticks. You can always find more sticks. Checking the weather. Gonna kill time by harvesting this meat. And harvesting the leather and the guts, it's just going to take, it's kind of a waste of time at this point. I think I was debating there whether to use the cedar or the reclaimed wood, but I have so many sticks, I could just use the sticks. So eventually cook up all my meat. I'm kind of low on water though. I didn't get to restore very much condition, but at least I have food. As soon as day breaks, I'm going to move out because I know I'm near the exit. So I'm just filling up my bars here, getting ready for a trip. Water is always an issue. You can drink the non-potable water. It's actually not a bad risk, but I have plenty of fuel, so I'm just gonna boil it and sleep. Try to pass the time efficiently. Got some good water. There's enough daylight, so I think I'm weighing my options here. It's minus 12, so I have to start a fire if I decide to stay. Thinking about it. Can't sleep. I think because since my warmth went down so much, I decided to start a fire. If I walk out now, even though I can see, I'll start losing condition real bad. I decided to use the tinder. Or the cedar. Filled it, but I still have my lit torch. Filled it again. Get used to that. Eventually, if you survive long enough, the fire starting skill will get higher and you'll have higher percentages, but for now this is what I have to work with. So I'm just trying to think of how I can pass the time efficiently, and I think I decided to just sleep, burn all the wood, and get as much sleep as I can. 2 hours. Because it's just too cold, and by the sounds of it, it got worse. So using the hammer, break down some of this furniture, keep the fire going. As soon as the sun comes out fully, it should start to warm up. But while I'm at it, might as well break down all the stuff. I'm desperately looking for anything I might have missed. That's gonna take 2 hours. Checking the time. I think I decided to boil some water since I have the fire going. I should have started that water sooner, actually. So I do a little drinking, a little eating, and decide to sleep. Get my warmth up. Weather sounds nice. I'm gonna take a backup torch since I'm leaving. It's still crazy cold, but it's always gonna be that way. At least it's not windy, so I can I don't have to fight the wind. Wolf in the distance. There shouldn't be any wolves down here. This is basically the starting point for Timberwolf. So I end up just going down the path, heading towards the exit. Find another rabbit. Get him. And I just keep going towards the exit and find a moose. Alright, there's... I'm trying to find a ledge, something to break his pathing, but the rock is way over there. I tried throwing a rock, but there's no stop. I'm getting hit. Oh boy. I should have stayed farther away, but I honestly didn't know it was there. I heard him, but I didn't think I was that close. So, watch out for mooses, especially on Interloper. They aggro much closer. And he's coming back, so I need to get to this rock. Get onto the rock, and then find a little ledge, and he's gone. I'm safe. Should be safe. I'm safe. I'm good. So there's the landing gear. That's the last marker for this area. So I'm thinking I'm just getting out of here. I'm getting out of here. Just have to follow this path, and that'll take me to the exit. Fast forward. There's a drop-off point. It's a rope climb. The stamina requirement isn't high to go down, So I'm feeling pretty good about this. But the moose broke my ribs. And I didn't think about that. So now I'm kind of screwed, because I'm in hypothermia and I have no condition to head back to the lake house, the lake cabin. Down there in that dilapidated shack, there's a stove, but I need to get down there safely. So I'm going to try to shimmy. And there's the music. I am dead. I'm dying. So I'm just going to go for it. I break my feet. If you're careful about it, you can get down and not tear yourself up. I think I manage a little bit. Just shimmy carefully. There's one, there's two. Trying to nail that third. Got it. But I died on the fourth. The better play there, as soon as that moose broke my ribs, was to just go back to the cabin. I probably would have used all my resources to get healthy again and to warm up. But there was so many sticks and other things that I can harvest that would have been the better play. Pretty close. That was a good run. You can see my best run there, 3 days. I'll show that next in another video. So hopefully you got some tips and kind of figured out how to do this thing. So it's really just luck at the start, but also knowing where you are and where loot can possibly spawn. That's really the deciding factor on how far you're going to make it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.